Guess who's back? Welcome to the mess.
On the surface she looks fine, but what's inside ain't always in line. Life is good, life is bad. She's a mess, but a happy one.
Hi, I'm littlehappymess and welcome to my podcast. Quoting myself. This is so painful. My heart is literally exploding. I feel so much pain. I want to scream, but no sounds come out. No one can hear the screams anyway. They come from dark places not many people know. It's like someone is ripping me inside out who can't be seen on the surface. Don't you see me? I'm drowning. I need help. But no one can see you, no one can hear you. I feel the weight of the whole world on my back, cracking all bones underneath. I wish I could change. The blades being run through my heart inside into outside, so people could see what the pain of depression looks like. Imagine having suffered through 100 deaths, never reaching afterlife, but always being thrown back right into the same body, experiencing the same terrors again and again, until the night of the dark soul has ended. Story time. So, I'm back from the underground, back for more. I've been gone for a while, and I want to use this episode to explain why I was gone. For I think 8 months. So yeah, I'm back. It's really weird to be back and to have 2 cameras being pointed at me, and I build up light too, and I'm just talking to myself. Like it's really weird because I haven't been doing it for so long. And I wrote a script, but I literally forgot all that I wrote down because I'm really nervous right now. Oh my god! So, yeah. So I was gone for a while. I hope you guys have been doing well. I wasn't sure if I would start again, but I feel like it's really important to start again. Yeah, I want to explain what I've been up to, what happened, why I've been gone for so long. I mean, obviously my friends who watch this know, but the people who don't know me that well, but follow me on Instagram, they might have an idea. But yeah, I'd like to explain what happened. So, I think I stopped around April, and to understand the dynamic of Nina's life, you need to watch episode 8, which is performance pressure. Well, actually, you can skip watching it and just listen to me, but please watch episode 8. Anyway, this episode was about performance pressure, and this is one of my biggest topics and one of my biggest issues. And so I define lots of my, basically my self-esteem is based on performance, which is a problem many people in Western societies have. And so I am like that. My year starts in September, kind of. So I don't have this new year, new me thing. I have this, well, I do have it, but in September and not in January. So for me, the year starts in September because of school and studying. I guess it's September. Anyway, that's really not relevant. And so it starts in September. And I start I have new projects, new ideas, and it kind of always starts around September. Then I start doing stuff and I look after myself really well, but then also try to achieve my goals. And it usually starts off with a sophisticated plan, there are rest times, there are work times, and it's all balanced. And then throughout the year, when I start seeing first successes, and when things go really well, then I'm like, okay, then I can do a little more and a little more, and then it increases and increases. And then usually like around April, there's like it's not really a breaking point because it comes in like slowly. And if you pay attention, you actually see the warning signs, but I'm really good at ignoring them, like many of us are, and many of you guys too. I'm 100% sure. We all are. So I usually show, sorry, I show signs like my hip starts hurting. I have like this pain here, which I've been having for ages, and then my head starts hurting a lot. Then my sleep quality decreases, so I can't fall asleep, or I wake up really early, or I can't sleep at all. And then this year I got ill a lot, which I'm usually not. Like, I never had corona, but like always symptoms that were kind of like the corona symptoms, or like flu symptoms. And yeah, and that started building up and building up. That's around April. And this year it was the same, but this time I was like, aha, we are back where we not want to be. And so I developed a new plan, and I was like, okay, so my body's showing me the first signs of me working too much, so I need to rest. And then I had this incredible idea of going to Colombia, because I spent my exchange semester in Colombia in 2015, and I had an amazing time there. It was like the kickoff to my spiritual journey, to my personal growth journey, to my awareness journey, I would say. So it all started back in 2015 when I was in Colombia. And I associate a lot of good things with this country and with my time that I spent there. So I thought, yep, to regain power, to properly rest, and to focus on myself and get back to being well, I need to go to Colombia. So that was settled, but it's so funny when you look back to it, but actually it wasn't. And then I was like, okay, but I want to go there for a really long time, and I already took like vacational leave. So I was like, okay, then I'm gonna work more, so that I can go for 6 weeks, because for 5 weeks. The way I calculated, I could only go for 2 weeks. Or the amount of holiday I actually had were 2 weeks, but I wanted to go longer because of the overseas flight and so on and so on. So my plan to reach like my break time, my rest time, was to do even more, so to work even more, so I could get my rest. And so I worked a lot, and I took on more projects, not at my main work, but like I have a few places that I work, and it built up and built up. So at the end, I was working like it's not even possible anymore. Like, I couldn't work at all places at once. I don't know how I did it, but I didn't sleep anymore. But I had I had 3 jobs. Then I had a project, which was also like a job, so 5 hours per week as well. And then I had my healing practitioner. And then I had the podcast. And then I had, what else did I have? I did a whole lot of sports and some privates. Like, I had so many things, like, it was just crazy. And then, it got worse. So I quit some of the jobs. Actually, all of them except for one. So I was back at my main job, didn't do extra hours anymore. It was perfect. My boss was really understanding. It's a really good place to work where I am. And then I also stopped podcasting, which was good in one sense because it was less work. but bad on the other hand because it really helped me. You know, when I do a podcast episode and then I really try to focus on a topic and really see how I relate to it in life, but then also do some research, it really helps me. So it was really good for me. The podcasts are not only for you guys, but also for me. And I stopped doing that too. And yeah, then I reached a point where I didn't know what to do anymore, and stuff built up. Like, obviously, I couldn't sleep, but then I stopped eating, and I couldn't take care of myself well anymore. And yeah, I took the decision that I have to go to the hospital, to a clinic, because I can't take care of myself anymore. So I did. I spent 2 months in a psychiatric clinic in Austria, and it was a very intense time. And I spent my whole summer there, and I did like different kinds of programs, and then I was really scared of being released and then go back to normal life, because I don't want to say it didn't help me, because of course it always helps you in some kind of way. And they did a really good job. You know, they tried their best, and I was trying, but I wasn't really getting better. And then, then I was gone from my normal life for so long that I was really scared of going back to my normal life, because I'd been gone for so long. And then eventually I went back to, I was released, and then I was back at home and back to all of my duties. And yeah, it didn't work out well. Like, it did work out. Like, I could manage, but that was actually all. Like, I managed. And the real bad time actually came after summer, after the clinic. So September, October, and now it's November. So it's still we're in a transition phase right now. And I was going to really, really dark places. Like, I wanted to literally rip myself apart and get out of this body. And I wanted to go back to Nina of March, who was all like, let's do a podcast, and unmotivated, and ask her what are we doing here? What is this life? I don't understand. I felt like a different person. I felt like a stranger in my body, and in this whole Nina, in this whole persona I created. But yeah, I was back. I wasn't fitting into this old life, but into the life I built. I felt like a stranger in my own skin, and I went to really, really dark places. And then, I was going through really bad stuff that I can't even explain it, but I felt like I want to rip my body open and move out of it, because it was so much pain and discomfort that I couldn't take being Nina for a minute more. Back in summer 2020, when I decided to do a podcast, I mean, a little later, but that was the building time, I would say. I thought I had experienced the worst time in my life personally, the worst crisis so far. But surprise, surprise, it got worse this year. And yeah, when I went through those bad stages, like October, September, I looked back to this Nina post-summer 2020, who was all like, you need to accept what is, and all the spiritual teachers that tell you need to dive right into the whatever it is, and then it gets better. And I was just like, you know what, guys? Fuck you, Nina, for being so ultra smart and for thinking you got it all figured out now. And, I listened to my podcast episodes, and I was like, I know, but no, like just leave me alone. Um, because I was really, really, really bad. But then at some point, I knew that what I believed in and what I've said before, and what all those teachers that I like listening to said before, and what I've learned before is that the only way out is through, and that all those demons hunting me, and that I feel like are chasing me, they have a message for me and I need to confront them. And it sounds so easy when I say it now, but I did try to go right into it. Like I met up with my monster, and I did this several times, and I'm still doing it. Like, I wouldn't say I'm perfectly fine now, but it's okay. Like, it's okay the way I am right now. And I'm more at peace. And yeah, it's good. And so I did go right into it, and then I did confront my fears. I did talk to that monster, and it actually had so many messages for me. It just wanted to be seen. And yeah, now I can walk down my emotional baggage cellar, and I'm not scared of it anymore. Like, I can walk down there, and I'm not opening every box, but I'm at least comfortable to be down there and face my demons. And I wouldn't say we're friends now, but we did some relationship building. we can find a way to talk. Yes. Wisdom. So what does this story teach us? What does this story teach me? What does it teach you? I don't fully know yet. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't fully know how to integrate everything I've learned, the experiences I made, into life just yet. But I'm sure I will, and I know that I've learned a lot. And I say, what does it teach me? What does it teach you guys? Well, I believe that if we listen to someone carefully, then there's always a lesson for us. So I learn from everybody I talk to, and I hope you can learn something from me. And if not, at least I hope that I can relate with my stories, and then people don't feel alone, because we all have like similar struggles in some ways. And yeah, I hope that at least you don't feel alone or feel comfortable talking about your own struggles. Yeah, so what does this all teach us? I have 4 learnings. I'm still trying to integrate everything, but like 4 learnings that I'm sure of. First of all, and this is the most important one for me right now, is you don't need to deserve a rest, but you need to take the rest when you need it. I should have gone to Colombia right away. My body sent me clear signals that I need a break, but then I postponed it because I thought if I work more, then I can go for long and rest even more. No, when you need a rest, you need to take a rest. Yes, you can postpone it if there's something really important that needs to be done, but your body, your mind, your soul, they will send you more signals, and they will send you the signals you need in order to slow down or do whatever your body, mind, or soul or life requires from you. So it's important to listen, because we do always get our signs, and we do always get our wake-up calls. So that is the first learning, which is still very important for me right now to integrate more. Then the second learning is self-responsibility. I already talked about it in the episode Blaming It on Society, that we like to blame others for our incapabilities or our limitations or our wounds whatsoever. And really, that's just the easy solution. Obviously, for example, in the clinic, we talked a lot about my childhood, and obviously my parents didn't do everything right. Like, no parents can, and they did their best. And I was blaming them for everything they did. But really, that only hurt them, and it really hurt me, and I didn't move forward. Because when you blame someone and you accept that, for example, I'm broken because of you guys, and then I just stay broken, or how, like there is no future in this, and the only person, like, you could hurt others too, of course, but really you're just hurting yourself, you're limiting yourself, and you're not finding solutions, but rather find excuses to be stuck where you are right now. And if you're really honest to yourself, you know that this is true. And when I'm really honest to myself, and I can find people or circumstances responsible for my discomfort, or for insert anything here, but it's not gonna solve the discomfort. It's not gonna make me reach the certain goal, but only limit me. It's like, it's like not getting me anywhere. So it's important to take over self-responsibility. The only person we can change is ourselves. So if we're uncomfortable because of somebody else, because of circumstances that happen, if you've experienced bad stuff, if we're in a bad situation, we can't change the people around us. And if we can't change the situation, we need to take action. Accept, change, leave. It sounds so easy. It is hard, but it is important. We need to accept certain things. We need to change, or we need to leave them. There was an episode about that too. Yes. Then the third learning is that enlightenment is not a destination, but a journey. This was a really big one for me, because I was working and working and working. I was like, and someday then I will reach, I don't know what I thought I would reach, like some point where I can just relax and slurp cocktails all day. Not really, like for me it looked different, but like where I can finally rest. But that's not how life is. Like that's not what life is about. And that's not what enlightenment is about, in my opinion. It's the journey, and it's a lifelong journey. Like you can't reach, like, of course you reach goals or milestones, however you want to describe it, but it's the path, and you need to make the path comfortable. And when you try to work towards enlightenment, you're missing the moments, you're missing the now. So yes, it's really the presence, and it's really like being present as much as we can, and in all moments that we can, because we won't reach a state where everything's fine. This never happens, because we can always, and then when I do that, it's better, or when I read this, it's gonna be. No, it's like, it's the journey while reading, while working. And the fourth learning I learned, and that I would like to tell you guys about, is life is not about being happy. That sounds funny, because I'm little happy mess. This was a big one for me. So it's good to be happy, but we're kind of like having this toxic positivity culture. And I'm a great part of it, because optimism is really good, and it's really important too. But when life throws obstacles at you, when you're in crisis, then you need a little more than life just about being happy. So it's important to be optimistic, and this is not an excuse to be in a bad mood all the time. But we need to be more authentic, like talk about our problems, talk about the highs and lows, and also find a purpose why we are here. And a purpose isn't solely of being happy. And yes, so we need to be more authentic about our feelings and really express them, find ways to express our emotions. And then when an emotion stays for longer than a few minutes, then we need to see what's really behind this. Like, then it's maybe a lifestyle choice that we need to adapt. Because emotions are usually like, they go really quick, and we need to find ventals how to express them, and find ways to express them, because it's important to express them, and it's important to be authentic. So those were my 4 learnings. Further material. So I just recently read The Alchemist because it came up everywhere. Like I got like signs for reading The Alchemist, and I really enjoyed the book. And I would like you to read it too and tell me what you think about the ending, because I'm not happy with the ending, but the rest of the book is so cool and it really inspired me. So yeah, go buy it. Go read it. And the second further material is a documentary that I've already been talking about before, which is called Finding Joe. And I rewatched it, and it's really, really nice. It's free, it's on YouTube, and it's really good. Yeah, just watch it. You won't regret it. It's really, really nice. It's really good to see it that way. Like, yeah, that's all of it. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, that was it for this week's dose of messness. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, let me know on here on YouTube. Subscribe and like. Go to my Instagram. It's littlehappymess there. If you want to know what I do or don't do all week, but should be doing. Yeah, I'll post more there when I feel like it. And yeah, I have a question for you. Let me know. How do you rest? I'm asking for a friend. What do you do for resting? What do you do to relax yourself? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I'll see you next week. Stay fly, stay tuned. Lots of love. Stay awesome.